You've seen the durability test from different influencers online. Now it's time to dig deeper and see what the new HONOR X9c is actually all about. Apart from the improved durability, we're seeing some impressively upgraded features on this one, although some were disappointingly the same as before. In our HONOR X9c full review, we'll go beyond its toughness and see if it's actually a capable device worth your hard-earned money. Let's start. Of course, the first thing we'll be talking about is durability. The HONOR X9c officially gets an IP65M dust and water resistance rating. It also received a 5-star SGS rating for comprehensive reliability. So, what do these certifications mean? As per HONOR, it can survive drops for up to 2 meters, the rear panel can endure 3,000 cycles of steel wool friction, and has 360-degree water protection from rain. The water protection isn't as impressive as the others, as it can only survive depths of 25 centimeters for up to 5 minutes. That should be great for accidental water splashes or getting caught in the rain. We did a couple of durability tests. We dropped it at hip level face down and the screen survived with no scratches. We also used it to crush garlic cloves and handled it like a champ. We even dropped it in boiling water for 10 seconds and it survived with no issues. Still, we don't recommend you show off and do this test on your own unit. While it should survive accidents, you can still break the device if you do it deliberately. Apart from its durability, the HONOR X9c is simply a gorgeous device. It feels incredibly sleek and thin thanks to its curved sides in both front and back. The marble-like accent of this jade sign colorway is gorgeous to look at, while the matte texture keeps it clean from dust and fingerprint marks. The metal bezel surrounding the large circular camera island gives the X9c a distinct look. The HONOR X9c has a 6.78-inch 1.2K AMOLED display with a resolution of 2700 by 1224 pixels, 437 ppi, 120Hz refresh rate, 3840Hz PWM dimming, and a much higher 4000 nits of peak brightness from its predecessor's 1200 nits. Display quality was really great. The high screen brightness improves visibility and viewing angles at sunny outdoors, which is great for cyclists and riders. Widevine L1 support is here for HD streaming on apps like Netflix, but the lack of HDR support may bum some people. Still, the vibrant colors, deep contrast, and sharp details makes watching movies and series on the screen enjoyable. Another upgrade the X9c got is the stereo speakers, a feature that should have already been on the X9b in the first place. The stereo separation makes for an immersive experience when watching action films and shooter games. The bass adds depth to the dialogue, albeit the treble could be cleaner. The HONOR X9c sadly still uses its predecessor's 2.2 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 octa-core processor with an Adreno 710 GPU. It also has the same 12 GB of RAM and 256 GB of non-expandable storage. While we're bummed with the lack of hardware upgrades, we're still satisfied with the performance we got from the Snapdragon chip, especially in basic tasks like web browsing, taking pictures, calls, and more. Avid gamers would also appreciate this device. A game as demanding as Genshin Impact ran fine under low to mid settings. Popular shooter games like Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile, and Farlight 84 were incredibly smooth under mid to high settings, while Mobile Legends had no issues under the highest available settings. The HONOR X9c ships with Android 14-based Magic OS 8.0. It's not yet confirmed if it will receive the newer Android 15-based Magic OS 9 update, but considering it's a new device, there's a high chance that it will, but we may have to wait months for it. From the X9B's triple cameras, the HONOR X9c now only has 2. That's not a problem though, as the third one was only a 2 megapixel macro lens that no one would miss. The best part is the 108 megapixel main camera now has optical image stabilization. However, the ultra-wide lens still uses a low-resolution 5 megapixel sensor. There's also a 16 megapixel selfie snapper in front. Image quality from the 108 megapixel main camera has noticeably terrible colors and contrast as photos look washed out. Hopefully, a software update can improve the post-processing. On the other hand, details and dynamic range are decent. The same color and contrast issues persist in low light. Good thing is, sharpness and dynamic range are still good. The OIS did help improve details on low light moving shots, but not by a mile. It's not surprising that the image quality from the low-resolution 5 megapixel ultra-wide camera is very underwhelming. The details are soft and the images suffer the same issues as the main camera. But we do appreciate having the option to shoot subjects with a wider lens, which is great for landscapes, interiors, and architecture. Low-light shots are surprisingly decent. Finally, we have the 16 megapixel front-facing camera, which appears to take better photos than the rear camera. Selfies look well detailed with accurate skin tones and great dynamic range. The HONOR X9c has a lot of strengths, but the camera department is definitely not one of them. One of the biggest upgrades of the HONOR X9c is the battery. It now has a beefy 6,600 mAh capacity versus the X9B's already impressive 5,800 mAh. The best part is that HONOR pulled this off while having the same thickness thanks to silicon carbon technology. You can also use the device as a power bank with its reverse wired charging feature. It got an above average score in our synthetic battery test, but in our 1080p YouTube video loop test, it got a chart-topping score for lasting more than 24 hours. That should translate to 2 to 3 days of light to moderate use on a single charge. Speaking of charging, the device has been upgraded to flagship grade 66 watts charging, up from its predecessor's 35 watts. A quick 15-minute charge already provided 21% of use with a full charge, only taking about an hour and 10 minutes. After spending some time with the HONOR X9c, we found that there's more to this device than its durability features. It's incredibly slick, has a spacious and vibrant display, a very solid battery life, and flagship-grade charging. HONOR also finally upgraded it with stereo speakers, and while the lack of chipset upgrade is a huge bummer, its performance in day-to-day tasks and gaming still impressed us. Far from perfect, we do wish it took better photos. Plus, a guarantee of Android 15 update or more would be nice. But as it is, there's no denying that the HONOR X9c is a great device. In fact, the durability features that HONOR keeps on bragging about are just a bonus. The device is a great daily driver whether you intend to go rough with it or not. The HONOR X9c has a price of 16,999 pesos in the Philippines and is available at physical stores nationwide and through Lazada, Shopee, and TikTok Shop.